Abubakr joins us now from Gaziantep with the very latest developments on this. So Abubakr, we're hearing then that the pilot of the plane has been found. What details have you got?
Well, he was found after over 9 hours of searching. Initially, it was the parachute that was found that indicated that he was on Turkish soil or somewhere on Turkish soil. And then they did find him a few kilometers away from the wreckage of the plane, which was found or discovered around 35 kilometers inside Turkish territory in Hatay province. Now, of course, the pilot's reported to be exhausted. He's been taken to the state hospital in Hatay. There was police are now saying that he was the only person believed to have been in the plane. So in terms of that, the rescue operation, that's now over. Now, for the pilot as well, he may have been unsure actually of where exactly or if exactly he had come into Turkish territory. You have to remember the Russian pilot who was shot down in November 2015 was captured by rebels, so that may have played on the mind of the pilot. But as I said, he has been found now by Turkish authorities and is being taken care of. But of course, the remaining mystery is how exactly did the plane come down? Why did the plane come down? Ahrar al-Sham, of course, claiming that they shot down the plane and releasing that video, but not showing any signs of an explosion. And locals, who their reports that the pilot did eject from the plane have now been corroborated now that he has been found. They reported possible bad weather, and there may have been technical difficulties as well with the plane. So that mystery, the main one now, still remains.
Do we know what happens next then with the pilot in terms of being questioned, and what's the process from here?
Well, we're not entirely sure. I mean, the authorities will be, of course, questioning him once he is known to be okay. But the pilot may have been conducting air raids in northern Syria. There were, of course, a lot of air raids taking place on Saturday in northern Syria, in Idlib province in particular, and a number of people were killed in those air raids. The Syrian military actually did release a message on Syrian state TV saying that a reconnaissance plane had been, or the contact with the reconnaissance plane had been lost. So it's uncertain what exactly the pilot was doing, and of course the Turkish authorities will most likely be questioning him, and then it remains to be seen what will happen, whether he'll be immediately handed over to the Syrian regime or whether he'll be detained.
And Abubakr, you mentioned there that air raids are still taking place, or certainly were on Saturday in and around Idlib province. Can you just remind us what the situation is like? Because it's very, very complex, isn't it, in northern Syria near the border with Turkey?
Well, of course, near the border with Turkey, you have areas dominated by different groups. So, of course, you have areas dominated now by those Turkey-backed Free Syrian Army forces as part of Operation Euphrates Shield. But you also have the forces now controlled by the SDF, the Syrian Democratic Forces, largely made up of the YPG group that, of course, Turkey considers a terrorist organisation. Yet they're right up on the border with Turkey, both to the west and to the east. And now you have the regime as well, who are advancing right up as well, taking territory from Daesh at the same time as those Operation Euphrates Shield forces are also taking territory from Daesh. And they've pushed up now right up to areas controlled by those YPG SDF forces. And there appears to be coordination between the two, in that the YPG have allowed the regime to take control of territory that was previously under the control of the YPG, to create a sort of buffer zone between the YPG and those Turkey-backed FSA forces, because of course Turkey doesn't just consider Daesh a terrorist organisation, but also the YPG, and also considers them as part of or fighting them as part of this Operation Euphrates Shield. And so for the YPG, they now possibly think that including the regime and Russian soldiers as well as a buffer zone between the two will provide some sort of safety for the YPG.